Okay, now we have our blind corner unit assembled. What we're doing is installing a blind corner pull-out basket set. What this will do is maximise the space you've got in that corner. Because you've got this area that's unused basically, having the system will give you the option to pull out these baskets and utilise that area without having to dive in, bind it, and find what you're after. The tools we need for this are our cordless screwdriver again. We have the tape measure, pencil and combination square. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is actually remove this panel, which sits in the blind corner, before we put it in the corner. It gives me better access and better vision to see how this setup will be actually placed in the unit. A little bit more exposure and easy for you to see what's going on. By following the instructions in here, we'll now mark out with our measuring tape and pencil the exact pinpoint marks to locate this first base in. If we follow this correctly, when we put the base in, all the lines will mark up, we pre-drill and then fix it down. So firstly we come back 78mm from this wall. Then 116mm in from the front edge. From the back we come back 142mm. Okay, using the same front and back measurements, we now come across 318 from the wall. Okay, now that we have that, we'll place this in and make sure it's right. Okay, using these smaller screws, so what they call a particle board, that screw, they have a very long thread on them, so they cut themselves into the melamine quite comfortably. So start with the first one, give it a little bit of movement so you can then secure the next 5. You'll find that this slides backwards and forwards as part of an action, which then also gives you exposure to get the last screws in so you're not covered. Secure them all when you've finally got the whole 6 in. Okay, we're ready to fix this guide on the front of this mechanism, 2 extra rollers, and that will help that as the extension mechanism comes out, gives it support. Now to get that in, what we need to do is to undo these 2 screws and slide it into place. So by using an extension bit on this, we can now get through. So carefully, just take the tension off. Okay, now that we've loosened the screws off, you'll find there's 2 little washers there. Make sure that they're clear back away from the main unit so they'll slip inside this guide. Now tension up, not too much. Okay, the action's moving nice and smoothly there. And next we'll get the main unit in. You'll notice these 2 bearings at the front, they'll face out. As you see, that is where the action runs. On the bottom here, there are 2 sets of location pins. They will go on that side because that's where the drawer will come from, not from this side, it will be behind the cabinet. Place them in. Okay, we've just attached this tower using the hex driver. There are 6 little hex head screws that go in. They are a snug fit, but you're only putting in once, so it's not an issue. Just take the time, make sure they line up. It'll make life a lot easier getting them all in location. Make sure they're all secured down properly so there's no movement. Okay, so the next stage is to fit these little wheels. They actually go just down the bottom here on either side of these slides. They go at the front and they just help with the guide and movement. You just get the nylock nut finger tight, screwdriver head underneath the bearing. It will be firm all the way, but that's the principle. That's to stop it from moving anywhere. So there's a nice tight finish, and we'll repeat this with this side. And there are the bearings in place. The next stage is to put these little handles on. Make sure that's firm and not interfering with the mechanism. There's one, we'll just finish the other. Now they're in place, we can start with the baskets. And they simply slide on the little lugs that are on the side here, position. So one down the bottom here, and one up here. There are actually two sets of lugs so you can sit that basket a little bit higher. So now that the baskets are in, we've created a perfect solution for the blind corner. As you imagine, you've got a cabinet coming up here, you can't get access in the corner. So having these baskets here, this one pushes back, it retreats into the blind corner, this one closes, and there you have it, perfect solution.